Since the market has recovered so well, another huge news about Shiba Inu has recently surfaced. Therefore, you cannot afford to miss this video if you are interested in Shiba Inu or if you own any Shib tokens. What is the most recent news on Shiba Inu Coin? And what impact will all of this have on Shiba Inu's worth? I'll be responding to these queries and providing you with all of the recently released price-boosting Shiba Inu facts in today's video. I've done a lot of research for this video, so be sure to watch it through to the finish so you don't miss anything. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. However, before we go on to our subject, let's examine the chart and observe how the cost of Shiba is moving on April 12th. Today, a Shiba Inu costs around 1258 units. Over the last day, Shib's price has increased by 5%, and the company has seen $150 million in trading activity. The token is now the 21st highest valued cryptocurrency with a market capitalization of about $7.4 billion. Please note that by the time you see this video, some rates may have changed. Financial advice is not included in this article. Let's move on to the video for today. The top Shiba Inu creator explains why the introduction of the Shiba stablecoin was delayed. The introduction of SHI, an algorithmic stablecoin for the Shib ecosystem, has been eagerly awaited by the larger Shiba Inu community. Cause of the delay in the introduction of the Shiba Inu Shiba stablecoin. Remember how the Shiba Inu ecosystem team said in 2021 that it will be launching new projects including Shiba stablecoin, a reward token, and a collectible card game as part of its efforts to grow its ecosystem. By introducing the ecosystem reward coin treat and the CCG Shiba Eternity 4 years later, the crew has fulfilled its promise. It hasn't, however, introduced the much-awaited SHI stablecoin, which was formerly projected for 2020. Released in 2022, the team hasn't given much information about the introduction of the SHI stablecoin since. Community members are thus wondering why the delay was made. In response to this question, Darius said that before moving further with the SDK project, the team is awaiting explicit stablecoin legislation. This suggests that SHI might be launched by the Shiba Inu ecosystem crew with explicit stablecoin laws. The US is almost ready to enact stablecoin laws. It's interesting to note that complete regulation of dollar-pegged stablecoins is almost imminent in the US. With bipartisan backing, two comparable stablecoin rules have advanced in the US Senate and House of Representatives. The goal of the Genius and Stable bills is to provide much-needed federal regulation to dollar-pegged stablecoins. Although the Genius Act was passed by the Senate Banking Committee by a vote of 18-6, the House currently, the whole Senate and House chambers must decide on the brilliant and stable legislation. After passing both laws, the legislators combine them and submit them to the President of the United States for signing. Since he has been a strong supporter of dollar-pegged stablecoins, President Donald Trump is anticipated to sign the rule into law. According to him, stablecoins might help the US dollar gain strength and increase its supremacy in the world. In the meanwhile, the US Securities and Exchange Commission recently ruled that the majority of stablecoins are not securities and, as such, are not subject to its regulatory jurisdiction. The possible launch of SHI. The SHI project would only be advanced by Shiba Inu's environment team in the midst of these regulatory attempts if the US established accurate stablecoin legislation. For background, SHI is an algorithmic stablecoin with a $0 and 1 cent token value that is based on the US dollar. Lucy, Shiba Inu's lead marketing, said last year that the team did not have a system in place to keep SHI at $0 and 1 cent. Although SHI does not yet have a debut date, the stablecoin has been thoroughly tested to make sure it won't follow in the footsteps of previous unsuccessful algorithmic stablecoin initiatives, such as Terra's UST. We would much appreciate it if you could hit the like button if you are still viewing. It is completely free and contributes significantly to the channel's support. To learn about the most recent Shiba Inu news and what the future may bring for the Shiba Inu coin, however, stay watching. Key support is held by Shib. Volume increases by 20%. Will there be a larger bounce? Shiba Inu is making an effort to recover. On Thursday, it was trading close to 1,192 units, up 9% over the previous day. Shib presently approaches a crucial resistance zone close to the 20-day exponential moving average at 1,228 units after momentarily reaching a daily high of 1,213 units. A significant obstacle for Shib bulls looking to buck the current downward trend is clearing the 20-day EMA. Shib was able to maintain the 1,050 to 1,100 unit resistance range during the last few days, which is good for holders. Since March, this area has served as a psychological and structural floor many times. The chart below shows that bottom buyers may be stepping in and accumulating the token despite general market anxiety, as shown by the successful defense of this level and a 20% increase in trading volume. What caused the burn rate to plummet? However, a dramatic decline in Shib's deflationary activity complicates matters. Only 2.6 million coins were reported to have burnt in the last 24 hours, according to data from the monitoring website Shiba, which reveals that the token burn rate has fallen by almost 92%. This stands in stark contrast to previous times when burn activity was far greater. What is the Shib team's reaction? Consider usefulness. Lucy, a key advertiser in the Shiba Inu ecosystem, urged the community to disregard complaints and concentrate on impending technological rollouts in a recent article. Lucy hinted to upcoming advancements that might revolutionize the ecosystem's usefulness without giving away details. One such innovation is Karma on PuppyNet, a system that uses Shibarium's Layer 2 network to incentivize user participation. Lucy emphasized that further significant changes are in the works, with the goal of changing the perception of Shib from that of a meme currency to that of a useful ecosystem. The major plot of today's video is about to begin. What would $5,000 become if Shib reached its peak again? Throughout the day, there are several highs and lows in the Bitcoin market. Although the market's volatility may provide significant returns for investors, it also has the potential to wipe away a sizable portion of gains. In its early days, Shiba Inu investors were relying on the asset's volatility. Even if the meme currency still has noticeable ups and downs, they are not too severe at the moment since the asset is rising. It is anticipated that Shib will return to its peak. Over the last 24 hours, Shiba Inu have seen a 5% increase. Shib was trading at a peak of 1,196 units at the time of writing. This follows a huge 5% increase in the previous day. Prior to peaking at 1,258 units, Shib's price was as low as 1,078 units. About 3 years ago, in 2021, the meme coin reached its highest point ever, 8,845 units. Regretfully, Shiba Inu is now trading 86% below its high. Although there is now little likelihood that the asset will regain its top, it is still feasible. Since its debut in 2020, Shib has grown by almost 14,617,576.92%. Is it possible to make significant profits with $5,000 invested today? It should be mentioned that if $5,000 were invested in Shiba Inu today, $416,847,373 tokens would be generated. The $5,000 investment would become $36,853.43 if the meme currency regains its peak of 8,845 units. When the asset will return to its top, however, is the true question. The Shiba Inu network is not far from reaching this height, according on statistics from Telegram. According to the company, Shib will hit this high point in 2026. The meme currency will even reach 9,430 units, marking a new milestone. This gives its holders some reprieve and gives the market optimism for Shib's prospects. Please note that by the time you see this video, some rates may have changed. Financial advice is not included in this video. The date is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.